I just got a call, lady in Post Falls, which is about an hour's drive. She has no heat. She has an electric furnace. I haven't ever worked on an electric furnace before. I actually never seen one. It's too late in the day to go down there, so I'm going to go tomorrow. She said she has no heat, and I believe she said that the blower, the fan is always running. So that's about all I know. I'm going to go down, see if I can figure it out. I'll do a little YouTube research before I go, but this will be my first shot at an electric furnace. So let's see what happens tomorrow. Okay, we're here. Oh man, this is like an ice rink. Oh, I hear somebody. Hi.
Oh, hi.
Are you Debbie?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm John. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Okay.
We got a chaos in there.
That's
so
okay.
If you want to go around that way, I'll open the back door.
Okay.
I got to check my car real quick. Honey. Hi.
Okay. Hi. Chaos, huh?
Yeah, it's
Hi.
chaos.
That's okay.
And I can't get to the bike.
I like
sure we're gonna have to
chaos.
shut it off. Do we have to shut that off with the breaker?
Here's what I want you to do. I got to meet the dogs. How are you, buddy? Come here. Oh, you are the cutest little dog. What's his name?
Max?
Max. Hi, Max. You said you had 2 dogs?
Yeah.
Well, Max is friendly. Hi.
The other one's just lazy.
Okay, I need to see your thermostat first.
Show him the...
Okay.
Max, stay down, honey.
No, it's okay.
Oh, okay.
I love dogs.
Finish eating that, please.
Love dogs. I love kids. Hi, kids.
One of them's
Hi.
in the process of moving to California. The other of us.
Oh
are
no! Don't do
moving
that!
here.
Don't do that!
Jessica.
What part of California?
Oh, she's going to Bakersfield.
Oh, that's not too bad. Okay, so I gotta check this. This is one of those.
Not Daddy.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that's not.
Where's the scissors?
Okay, is your problem that it's running all the time and it never shuts
it's running
off?
And we froze last night.
Okay, so like right now, is that what I hear? I hear the motor.
Yeah, and sometimes it will smell like it's burning. It will start
Oh, that's
cleaning,
not good.
making noises like the fan.
Okay.
Max, you go in there and go lay down, honey. You got it. Go lay down. And then before it started doing this, it was coming on, shutting off, coming on, shutting off.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm hoping that there's one thing causing all these different problems. So I'm going to deal with the fact that your motor won't shut off.
Okay.
The first thing was to pull this, because if this is bad, it can cause it.
That's what I was kind of thinking of.
But that's not it, because I took it off.
Really?
Well, no, once you pull it off, this is out of the equation. Does it shut off and come on?
No, it's been constantly running. It won't shut off at all.
So this is the first time it
Yes.
shut off? And all of your electronics are right down in here.
Okay, I'll leave you alone.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna, if I need anything, I'll holler.
Okay.
Let's see, there's the fan. We gotta get inside of that box right there. Okay, so here's what we got here. We got, these are the sequencers. They turn on to heat, to send, let me find the wires. Let's see, they go through these, goes in here, goes in there, goes to there. So that's where your coils are. Here to here and here to here, I believe. You'll correct me if I'm wrong. So, first thing I'm going to do, when I pulled the thermostat out, the fan shut off. So, I got to learn this thermostat because I'm guessing that it's on fan all the time. And I'm not familiar with this type of thermostat. So, I'm gonna go on YouTube and figure out how to program it. Okay, so I set the breakers. I set the thermostat to heat 75 degrees, which it said that the house was 67. So, and I set the fan to auto. So the fan should be coming on.
Do you need to go to bed?
Emergency heat.
Do you need to stop?
There it goes.
You did it. You decided to be clean.
Okay. I had to set that to emergency heat. And I heard the pop, which I think is a sequencer, those are the sequencers. There should be another pop here within about a minute or two. Because what I read was you don't want both heat coils to get energized at the same time. It's too much of an amperage draw. It'll trip the breaker. So it energizes one, and then you'll hear a pop. I believe that's how this works. I think I just heard another one. Let me just sit here for a minute. Okay, what do you normally heat the house to? What temperature?
I've been but it's been cold, so for it to get warm, and you have any warm air, you have to go like 68, and I don't want to do that.
Okay.
So let's try.
It's you've got it at 67.
Oh, he did. I didn't. Okay.
Who's
so
he?
The guy that put the.
No. Your house is 67.
Oh, okay.
So do you have some kind of heat running? Oh, I got that running now, but
no, now there is.
Yeah, but no, I'm
Wow.
talking about before I came. This house wasn't that cold, was it, when I got in
Well,
here?
no, I had it up at 68.
No, but you said it wasn't working.
I know it wasn't.
Well, how'd you get heat in here?
I know it. Sometimes it would put heat in, and sometimes it. Last night all it did was blow cold air. Ask them, huh?
Last night was cold. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's working right now.
Okay.
And the reason it's working right now is because this was set wrong. This was set on fan on, which means it'll run that fan forever. Okay. I changed it to auto because that's where. Okay. Do you know how to program this?
No.
Okay. Well, let me just show you real quick.
Come here, Jess.
Okay, it's blowing, but it's not blowing hot air. So these are sequencers. These are supposed to close to send voltage to these heater coils, to heat those coils. That's not happening. Now I got to figure out why. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check this sequencer to see if voltage is jumping across it. I don't know if you can see. I see the heat. I see the orange glow in there. So that one's heating up. I do not see an orange glow down here. So that one's not heating up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to check resistance, see if I have an open heater coil. Okay, so if I put my meter on this lead here and this lead here, I do have resistance, so it's not blown. See if that's the coil that wasn't heating up, and if that coil was bad, if it was open, see the OL? When I touch this lead here and this lead here, that would stay OL. So the actual heating element is good. I'm not getting the voltage to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these back on, and I'm going to try to figure out why I'm not getting 240 volts to that heater. Okay, so right now it's working. Both elements are heating up and there's hot air blowing into this house. You can check, this sequencer here is controlling this lower element, and all I got to do is touch here to this frame. I got 120 volts going into that heater element, and from here I got 120 volts coming out. So I know that's working, and when I look in there I can see the glow. Same way, and that one I don't even have to measure it because I can see there's a bigger gap. So they're both on, glowing, the fan is running. So right now the thing is working, but I haven't fixed anything, so we got to figure out why it sometimes works and it sometimes doesn't. And it could be a few things. It could be a flaky, you know, the power comes in here, it goes through a relay. If that relay's bad, that could cause it to not heat the element. If the sequencer is bad, that can cause it to not heat. There's also a this right here, I think it's this one. One of these two is a thermal switch. If the temperature gets too hot in that box, it opens and disables the circuit. That could be bad. So I'm gonna let it run, and hopefully it fails, and then I can try to isolate it. No, it's still working. Still working. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. It seems to be working, but at first this bottom element wasn't working, wasn't heating up. So I think what I'm gonna do, that relay controls the bottom element, and that what do you call, sequencer controls the bottom element. And then you got these two. One's a heat thermal switch. I don't know what the other one is. I think I'm just gonna replace all those parts in case one of them is intermittently failing, and that'll fix this. Hopefully that'll fix this problem. And then I'll have to figure out the heat pump. That's gonna be a separate issue. So that's what I'm gonna, there's a parts place around here. They close at noon, so I gotta do this fast. They didn't have the parts. It's a Saturday. They're the only place that's open, and they did not have them in stock. So I'm going back to her house. Oh man, what happened was I busted one of these sequencers trying to get it out. And so it's the one that I don't think was working properly. I'm going to put this back together, putting all the parts back in, minus this. Well, I'm going to hook it up because it doesn't matter, but it's not going to work. So she's going to have one heating element running and not the other, which is, I think, what her problem was to begin with. But anyway, I'm going to put it all back together, and then Monday morning, I'm going to come back. There's a parts place pretty close, a lot closer to her house than this. They'll probably have the parts. I don't think it's that unusual of a part. So I'll go back Monday and fix it. Okay, so I hooked everything back up. Right now it's running on just one set of coils. The other one, I busted that part. So I tested it. It's working. It's heating the house. Thermostat's calling for heat. It's heating the house. When it gets to the right temperature, I noticed the blower blows for a while, so it blows cold air. But I think that's normal. It's supposed to keep blowing to cool down the coils, and then after a minute or two, it shuts off. So I'm gonna leave. Monday morning, I'm gonna try to get the parts local. Come back, replace them all, and that'll be the end of that. Okay, it's Monday morning. I'm over here in Coeur d'Alene, gonna pick up those electric furnace parts. They have them in stock. I'm gonna run over to Debbie's house. I'm gonna install them, make sure the furnace is working, and then we're gonna work on her heat pump, figure out that deal. I did a little research over the weekend. Anyway, so that's where we're at. I'm gonna pick up these parts and head over there. Okay, so here's what happened. Yeah, I was gonna replace all those parts, and I got to thinking about it, and I asked the guy at the counter.
Continue on I-90 West for 5 miles.
The fuse. Let's see. There were 4 parts. There was one's a fuse. It blows. It's no good. You throw it away. That fuse was okay. Then there was like a thermal reset. If it gets too hot in that heater box, it opens, and then when it cools down, it closes again. He said that wouldn't cause it to do what it's doing. That if it was bad, it would. Well, I metered it when I was there, and it metered okay with no heat. And he said that means it's probably good. So that only left 2 parts. That left the relay and the sequencer. He said the relay runs the fan, so if the relay is bad, he said the fan won't run, and the fan's running. So after all that, I bought a sequencer. Now the thing is, the numbers on here don't match, so I'm a little nervous. They look the same. It's got a jumper that ties them together. He says that when I get there, because you know, I got to learn to take pictures with my phone, and I'm going to start doing that. He said there's going to be a wire jumpering these together. And now they don't use wire, they just solder this thing on there. So he's saying that that's the same as what I got, that should replace what I've got. And we're gonna find out. I'm hoping this fits. I'm hoping this is the right. This is right. It's got the one set for one set of power leads, and this is 2 sets of power leads. Hopefully it's gonna fit in there and work, and we're about to find out. Okay, we're here. Let's go put this sequencer in and test it. Okay, so here's what I did. I replaced the sequencer. I was going to replace that relay, but the guy convinced me that's not a problem. I was going to replace this fuse, but it wasn't blown. That's a one-time blow it, you know, you throw it away. This one resets itself if this box gets too hot. He convinced me I didn't need that. It's actually been working all weekend, so I don't know if they've been running. There's 3 elements here. I thought there were only 2. There's actually 3. So if you look at this strip here and this strip here, there's 2 different connections. Those are 2 different elements. And then you got a 3rd one down here. The one that appeared to not be heating was this bottom one when I was here last time. So we're going to fire it up, and I'm going to look in there and see what I see in terms of glowing. See if I notice any difference. Okay, so I cranked up the heat. Cranked up the heat, so I'm gonna make this thing work. I just want to see if I mean, I can see it. I can see it, the glow, and I'm listening for more clicks. You can hear those sequencers click when they heat up. They get 24 volts going through them. It heats up this disc, the disc pops and it pushes a rod up. It closes a contact that sends the 240 volts to the it's either 120 or 240. I think it's 240. Sends it over here to the heating element. That's one side of the heater coil, and that's the other side, and that's how it works. And you know how to do that. So you go to the mode button and you change it to heat, right there. So now it's on the pump.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go like this, and I'm gonna go outside. Oh yeah,
Whoa.
it's working. Whoa. Well, let's see if it blows heat.
No, it's cold air.
Well, it's got to heat up. It might be because it's too cold.
Yeah, but I don't even know what it is.
See, that's the problem. You can't.
Yeah.
I can't say it's bad because it's not designed to work when it's real cold.
Yeah,
so.
And it's only 27 degrees.
Oh
out there.
yeah, it's not gonna work. Okay. All right. Yeah, you're gonna have to test that later in the year.
Yeah.
Let me get back to emergency heat. Okay, so the heat pump's working, but what's happening is it's not even 30 degrees outside. And then what I learned was it can't bring warm air in here when the temperature's below, some say 40, some say 35. So all it was doing was blowing cold air, but it's working. You can't really test it until we warm up a little. So I went back to emergency heat, which is the heat coils, and they're coming on. Let's see, that one's on. Yeah, they're on. And we should start getting hot air through here. Yep, there's hot air. Okay, I'm gonna leave you a card, and it's hard to read, but
I'll get a magnifying glass.
yeah, that's what you need. And if you have any other problems, just call. You know, it doesn't have to be that. I fix things.
Good.
So if things break, I fix them.
Good.
Even your car. If you have car problems, I know how to fix cars.
Oh wow.
Oh, you have car problems?
Oh, yeah.
Like what?
Oh, it's the antifreeze is leaking, the oil's leaking.
Oh, really?
It's burning, yeah. Oh boy, it's rattling, so the power steering pump's going out.
Looks like I'm going to be back here a few times. She's got plumbing issues. I'm going to come and fix. She's got a car that's needs work, but I can't work on it in the winter time. I got to wait till the snow melts and we get into like the 40s and 50s, and then I'll come back and fix her car for her. She's got I forgot what she said already. She's got a leak. The oil leak might be a seal. I know a little bit about cars. I rebuilt an engine for a woman once, completely overhauled it from the block out, and about a month after I gave it back to her, she dumped me for somebody else. Okay, that's the end of this one. You're gonna see Debbie and her mother in another one, because I'll be back for sure. Thanks for watching.